you ever had a QR code that expired? You've probably been a victim of this trick. There's tons of these out there. Maybe I shouldn't name these since I'm calling them a scam. What if there was a way for the website to give you a QR code that works fine right now, and then later got you to begrudgingly pull out your wallet and pay the money of your own free will? I'm going to explain how all this works, how the scam works, why my site solves this problem, what I built, and how to use it. We're going to do a little tiny tutorial just showing you guys how to create a QR code. And my site's going to be completely free forever, so let's do that. I'm really excited about this video because this is a website that I actually created a few months ago. It was work in progress for a little while. How did I find this? One night I was doom scrolling TikTok and I stumbled across this video that really didn't sit right with me. But first, I'm going to change clothes into a different shirt. New YouTuber here. Let's do the snap edit. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have made that face. That probably broke the trick. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Wow. It's like you know what channel this is now. Welcome to the Nick Tries channel. Now that we've got our new clothes on, we can explain the TikTok video that really inspired me to build this entire thing. If you want to watch the video that inspired me to make this website, I want to put a link to it down below. It's a TikTok video, only about a minute. And it talks about a girl who ordered a bunch of wedding invites, literally a stack of like 100 invites with a QR code on them that had this scam on them, where initially when she scanned them, the QR codes worked just fine. Then as soon as they arrived, she scanned them with her dad's phone and it started asking her, hey, you need to pay a payment plan. Excuse my crazy hair. Okay, we're getting old. Now, before I explain this scam, you need to know how dynamic QR codes work. It's really simple, so just follow along with me. To help me explain today, I put on this shirt. The difference between a dynamic code and a static code is that a dynamic code can be changed after the fact. So a static code can be set to go to any website link or URL that you want, but a dynamic code is a little special because you can change it even after printing. So even though this shirt already has the QR code printed on it, I can change where it goes. The way this works is that this QR code actually doesn't point to the website that you scan. It points to my domain. And when I visit that link, I do a database lookup for the ID, and then I redirect the user to wherever they actually want to go next. This means that anytime the user wants, they can change where the redirect link is supposed to go, and as the domain owner, I redirect users as they come in. Even static codes have this issue where if the link that you are linking to changes, it could end up breaking the QR code anyway. So dynamic codes really are an amazing technology, but this has a dark side because if I'm a domain owner and I want to extort you for cash, I can set it so that the link works for the first 7 days. And then after that, I can have it redirect to a different link that tells you that you need to pay. And if you don't pay, then you don't get to have the redirects anymore. I have essentially become a middleman for that request. And here's where it's tricky. I can make it look like the QR code works initially and not charge you anything up front to try it out. But then after a while, I can say, well, it was free for 7 days, or it was free for 30 days, but now you do have to pay. If you've printed your code on a shirt like this that costs $26, you have no choice but to pay or to print a brand new shirt. So either way, you're going to be paying money. Many users don't know that these QR codes have an expiration date on them. Often the creator has already printed this QR code on expensive materials and is forced to pay in order to enable the redirects again. In the case of the wedding invites, let's say those costed her $50, and now the QR code site is saying, well, you need to pay $35 for this to work on your wedding day. You're just gonna pay. And this is more common than you think. I did some digging and I found this all over Reddit and all over TikTok. After watching this, I was feeling the injustice. What if we made a website that was actually free? I knew I could make something better. I know this technology, I understood how it worked, and I had a pretty good idea of how to make one. I can just use a template, add this functionality, and get it out there so people can start using it. So I went searching for a domain and I found one, qrfa.st, which I figured was nice and short. Now, there's one caveat here. If someone creates a QR code on my website that gets millions of redirects, that could end up charging me a lot of money. As long as the codes that people create on my site are doing a relatively small number of scans per day, I can run a domain like this for very low cost. The cost to me is minimal. Unless you're doing like millions of scans, then I might disable your QR code and send you an email. What's been really cool about this so far is that I've already had a bunch of people use it. I've had over 8 weddings already that have used my QR codes for free. So that makes me feel really happy. It makes it all worth it. If you guys think this is cool, the way that you can support me is to like this video. And the other way you can support me is that I have an Etsy shop, which I'll link down below. This shirt was actually printed on my Etsy shop. It's made of fully 100% cotton materials. This is a Comfort Colors t-shirt. And you can print a QR code just like this on a shirt. and you can add some text, fully customizable. For me, I just put, "Hi, I'm Nick," and I put, "Today I'm working on my dream." And I'm going to link this to my YouTube channel so people can see what I'm working on. So if you want to make something like that, you can fully customize this. That will help support the channel. Full transparency, I make about $12 on a shirt. So if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. So here's the site, and you'll immediately notice probably that there is a pricing section, so I'm going to explain that. So if you go down here, if you order a shirt, you get a dynamic code that you can update forever, and it'll never cost you anything. And then new users get 10 dynamic codes that you can change anytime, like the ones we discussed. And then this is to buy an additional 10. This is basically just to keep people from creating hundreds of codes, to make sure that the volume of scans is low per user. This is not for big corporations or people who need thousands of QR codes. For regular users, if you want to send me a DM, I'll give you another free 10 codes every time you request it. This just helps me keep track. This is a safety net for me to guarantee that the site doesn't get abused by bots or AI in the future. Okay, let's get into the tutorial, and I'll show you guys how to make these codes and how to use my website. All you need is a Gmail or Google login. You can customize it with your logo. You can customize the URL, the colors, and the style. You can make it look however you want. I even have a high resolution download for PNG and SVG if you guys are using Canva or something else like this. If you guys have any suggestions for how to make it better or features that you'd like to see that you think I could add, please also comment those below. All you have to do is you go here and you can click on Dashboard or Get Started. I'm gonna click Dashboard. Okay, so I'm logged in here. I go back to Dashboard, and here all you have to do is you go to Dynamic Codes, you click here, you type in the place where you want this to go. So if I go to example.com, I can hit save, okay? And you'll see it redirects to example.com, and it happens, pretty fast. So if you were to scan this code, this address, which takes you there. And if I want to change this, I can just have it go to google.com, I hit save, and then if I were to go to qrfa.st/this, then this takes me to Google. This URL, the one that you're seeing here, this URL is the one that is actually embedded inside of the QR code right here. Yeah. If you want to download, you can just go here, click on these downloads, and these download as a super large image, 1024 by 1024 image. So it's HD. You can use it on anything. It's going to be definitely high enough resolution to do print on demand stuff, if that's what you're using it for. You can adjust the styles here by clicking on these. You'll see that these look they're a little more, cute looking. I think the one that I did on my shirt is the dots style. You can see that's this one here. And then I also adjusted the background color to be black. So this is fully customizable. And then I'm also going to show you that you can add a icon here. Let's say you have a logo for your website and you want to add that. Mine is a little light bulb with a code in the middle. So you can do this. You hit save. If you refresh, this is what your QR code looks like. It's saved forever in my database. Let's say you want to make another one. You can go back here up in the upper left to dashboard. We can say create another token, and yeah, you can see your remaining ones here. Again, you can always go back and modify these later. Let's go to youtube.com/Sirocco Mask, hit save. Okay, we've created our website. We can copy this, paste here, test that it works. And here we're gonna make a nice YouTube logo, YouTube style colors. One thing to be aware of is that you need to make sure that you have contrast on your image. So the background and the foreground need to be different. And I think this rounded one, maybe this one looks more like a YouTube link. And then what I can do is, I believe I have a YouTube play button image. I want to add a logo to this. I'm going to hit choose file here for the logo. I'm going to put in this black one, and here we go. Here's my QR code. I just hit download SVG or download PNG here. And you can also remove it by hitting clear. Oh yeah, you can hide dots. So some of these dots are actually not necessary. So you can always pull these out behind the logo if you want to as well. As soon as you do all of this, make sure you hit save just so that it remembers what it looks like right now. You can always print your items and then update the URL later. Yep, that's pretty much it. Let's say I actually decided I want to link to my TikTok, and it's at Kicksent, I believe. Hit save here, and then when people scan my code, which will take them to this link, they will end up at my TikTok account. That's it, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions, just comment below and I'll help you out. I've helped out a bunch of people on TikTok already, but I'm really excited about this video because it's the long form content and I can explain how everything works. Guys, that's the end of the video. Bye, guys. Hey,